What is up, you guys? It's Bolty98, and we got some more Season 1 Marvel Rival content to talk about, so let's get right into it. Before we get too deep into that, we did hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so I wanted to say thank you so much. Our next goal is 1.1k, so guys, if you haven't already hit that sub button, if there's a reason you didn't hit the sub button, let me know down in the comments below, and other than that, let's get into the Marvel Rival content. So we got a lot of leaks and news about how everything will be released, the time frames, and who is even getting nerfed and buffed, so let's get right into that. So, more info on Season 1 Marvel Rivals. Season 1 of Marvel Rivals is titled Eternal Night. There will be 2 heroes coming at launch, with 2 more arriving mid-season. There will be 1 new map added. I'm not assuming that this is through the whole season or just for the launch. I'm not 100%, but there will be 1 new map added. There will be several balance changes, including adjustments to Hela, Hawkeye, Storm, Wolverine, and Cloak and Dagger, as well as movement improvements for Captain America and Venom. So now that you guys saw all that and I read it out, let's go back and read everything in a deeper meaning. So Season 1 is entitled Eternal Night. Nothing really to go from there. Not a big deal. Cool name, whatever. We'll just, keep going through it. However, next we see there's 2 new heroes coming at launch of Season 1 with 2 more arriving mid-season. We have the Human Torch, Thing, Mr. Fantastic, and Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Girl, all supposed to be coming in Season 1. So I don't know if this means that they will be split up, or if they will still be coming at post, or if they will give us 2 fantastic characters at the beginning and then 2 fantastic characters toward the middle. So I don't know exactly how they're going to split it up, if this means we'll get all Fantastic Four plus 2 at the beginning and plus 2 in the middle, or I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully they give us all 4 and then 6 total on launch and then 2 mid-season, but I don't know if they would be able to get that many out. And then there is 1 new map. Again, I'm not sure if this 1 new map includes one of the 6 that we've already gone over in previous videos, or if this is 1 brand new map that they're adding to the 6 they already planned to release during Season 1. Because we had New York, Kraoka, Roka, and then Thebes. So I'm not entirely sure if this 1 new map might be the New York that we saw in the HD picture that we went over, or if it is a completely new map that we haven't even had leaked yet. So now let's get into the nerfs and buffs and everything of that nature. So right off the rip, we're going to be talking about Captain America, who will be getting a speed buff. Captain America is in the Vanguard class section, so a bit bigger player or character in this fact, and it's going to be cool to see him get a speed buff. He's already one of the faster Vanguards there are, but he is really weak when it comes to his hitting and abilities, so I could see where the speed buff actually helps him out even more. But hopefully it's not too OP where he can literally just run around, hit people for like 10-12 times, get the kill, and then still run before he's killed. So hopefully it's nothing insane, but it would be cool to see what the speed buff does to him, particularly because he already is one of the fastest Vanguards we have. Next, we're going to be talking about the Venom. Venom is also getting a speed buff. Now, Venom's speed buff is a little weird as well because he has his web slinging ability. So he's already one of the faster Vanguards as well. So him and Captain America could get from point A to point B rather quickly, way quicker than I would say Penny could without her ult, or even, Thor or Doctor Strange. Like, I feel like they were already some of the faster 2 characters, so with them getting a speed buff rather than a damage buff, like I thought Venom's ult could have used a damage buff, but instead he's getting a speed buff. Maybe this will balance him out and make him more usable, because he's definitely not being used once you get into rank play up in the higher categories, such as like, I don't know exactly, Grandmaster, Diamond, and all of them. They're not really using much Venom. They're all using, your Doctor Strange, maybe a Thor, but no Captain America and no Venom for real. Just very limited on seeing them in the higher ranks. So maybe these speed buffs for both these characters kind of help them be utilized more in those higher rank gameplays. Before we go any deeper into our buffs, let's go over to our nerfs. So for Hela, she will be getting a nerf, and I can see why. Shooting these bots is literally 2 shots to the head, or you can shoot 1 in the body, 1 in the head, and you're still probably getting that kill. So I definitely see why Hela would be getting this nerf. However, I don't know how big the nerf will be. Hopefully it's not anything too insane where they literally just can't use her at all. I know a lot of people main Hela, and a lot of people just like using the character, so hopefully it doesn't like ruin the character or the enjoyment to other people who are currently using her. But it will be super cool to see more balanced characters throughout, because I know as you get into those bigger ranks and rank play and stuff, it does get a little stressful having this Hela who's just OP, you know, two-shotting you in the head. Because once you get to where you're playing people who literally lock onto heads, it is pretty hard to get anywhere on the map. So it'll be cool to see. Hopefully it balances and not absolutely kills the character. But next we'll be talking about the Hawkeye nerf. So with Hawkeye, we do get into the fact that he can one-shot you in the head. If he's sitting back left, charges his bow up to 100%, he can one-shot you instantly and there's nothing you can do. So hopefully, again, this buff doesn't ruin the character, but just simply makes it where he can be beat without using another Hawkeye. It seems like if you need to beat Hawkeye, a really good experienced Hawkeye, you have to then get a really good experienced Hawkeye as well, and you really have to just go after him, and hopefully you get the one shot, one kill. But I mean, I don't think he's way too overpowered, because getting a headshot is a little bit harder than people think, especially in this game, especially when you have people like Rocky Raccoon, and then you go and turn around and face Doctor Strange. So the different, you know, heights and stuff does play a fact. I just hope it doesn't kill the character, but Hawkeye and Hela will be the two getting a nerf coming in season 1. The next character on our list is going to be Cloak and Dagger. So Cloak and Dagger will actually be getting a buff. She is no longer, you know, weirdly not getting a nerf. I thought she might be on the nerf list or just left alone. I thought she was actually a pretty balanced character myself. However, I do think it helps that, you know, people are using more Luna and Mantis over her. So maybe they're trying to combat that to allow you to have 3 different healers rather than just 2 healers per team that are just Mantis and Luna. This is, again, as soon as you get to the higher ranks. In quick play and stuff, you'll still see people use Cloak and Dagger. Lower ranks, you still see people use Cloak and Dagger. Even Grandmaster, people still use Cloak and Dagger. I just think the abilities she has could be better, and maybe we will see what Marvel Rivals does and hopefully help you Cloak and Dagger mains get up into the ranks higher, because I know you guys could be there. It just comes to play with how good her ability is versus Luna and Mantis. So I think Luna and Mantis might have the ult ability like covered. Theirs might just be a little OP, but I definitely think that this buff could help her a lot. Definitely be compatible with Mantis and Luna. Our next character we're going to be talking about is Wolverine. So Wolverine is also getting a buff. Wolverine is a tank killer. So Wolverine and Storm will be getting a buff. Sorry, I don't mean to like leave Storm out. We'll go ahead and combine them. Wolverine and Storm are going to be getting a buff here, and basically I believe their buff is going to be coming at the extent of our season bonus. So guys, this is what I was talking about earlier with Hela and Hawkeye. I didn't want to get into it earlier because I wanted to wait till we got to Wolverine and Storm. But anyways, Wolverine and Storm will be probably getting the 20% seasonal buff that we saw Hela and Hawkeye get. If you don't know where that is on your screen, if you go into the hero selection, I think you press F1 after you pull up the hero details. However you do that, F1. For me, I use controller, so it's triangle, but you pull it up, you can see in the bottom left corner, I'll put it up on the screen, you have this 20% seasonal buff that, you know, Hawkeye and Hela both have right now. So once that goes away, that could be all the nerf they're getting, is just taking that buff away. So we will have to wait to see about that. But of course, regardless, we are getting buffs for Wolverine and Storm, which should be that 20% seasonal buff for season 1, and then Hela and Hawkeye should be getting theirs taken away, which is why they're, you know, listed as a nerf. Now that we've gone through the nerfs, the buffs of every character, Captain America, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Cloak and Dagger, Hela, and Hawkeye, let's get over to some more leaks and informational stuff. So here we go. We have Dracula. So for no light shall survive my empire of eternal night. Can Doctor Strange, Human Torch, and the rest of Fantastic Four defend New York from Dracula? And here is a comic book picture of him. So it does look like Dracula could be coming to Marvel Rivals. I don't know if he'll be a playable character, because, you know, we did have season 0 being all about Doom and what he was doing to Marvel Rival characters. So now maybe Dracula in season 1 will be the, you know, villain. So I'm not sure that he'll be playable, but still super cool to see. Then we go over to our new schedule info. So apparently we do have a new schedule info via Rival Leaks. Basically, I'm going to try to like tell you these times more than just Pacific Standard, but January 6th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the season 1 trailer. So basically, if you are EST, aka Eastern, it will be at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then if you are Central, I do believe this pushes you to 9 p.m. Eastern. So again, the 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time season 1 trailer will be coming out. And then at 3 a.m. on January 7th Pacific Standard Time, again, this will be coming out with the dev blog. This will be at 6 a.m. Eastern and 5 a.m. Central. Then, of course, we talked about the buffs and the nerfs. Then we look over at January 7th, 6 a.m. Pacific. Again, 9 a.m. Eastern, and then 8 a.m. Central will be the Mr. Fantastic PV, which I'm assuming is like a preview, but I'm not exactly sure what PV stands for. And then January 7th, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and then 9:30 a.m. Central will be the Mr. Fantastic skin. And then January 7th, 7 p.m. will be the Invisible Woman preview, and then January 7th, 10 p.m. will be the Invisible Woman skin. So I'm not sure if these will be skins released into the game this when they're released, because we're not supposed to get Season 1 until January 10th. However, January 8th, 1 to 3 p.m. will be the new hero reveal stream, and then January 8th at 3 a.m. will be the content creator early access server launch. And January 8th at 7 p.m. Pacific, we have map reveal 1. I'm super excited to see what all this means, guys. I don't know if we'll be getting this stuff before Season 1 actually goes live or not. We'll have to wait to see. I'll keep you updated. Guys, let me know down below if there's anything I could do better to make these videos more entertaining and informational, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.